Herkese tekrar merhabalar. Seninle İngilizceye devam ediyoruz. İngilizce hakkında konuşacağız. Yabancı diller hakkında konuşacağız. Bakalım neler diyeceğiz. İnanın çok işinize yarayacak ki benim çok işime yarıyor. Ben böyle öğrendim yani İngilizceyi. Okula falan gitmedim emin olun. Ve çok pratik, çok rahat, böyle eğlenceli bir şekilde öğrendim İngilizceyi. Size de tavsiye edeceklerimiz olacak. Onun bize tavsiye edecekleri olacak. Bu videoyu çekerken aslında benim de öğrendiklerim olacak. Çünkü ben bunu okulda öğrenmedim arkadaş. Yani tutup oturup okulda bir şey öğrenemedim ben ne yazık ki. Böyle yazıp çizip bilmem ne falan hiçbir şekilde bunu beceremem yani. Bana göre değil en azından. Hatta şu anda bile yazı yazarken falan büyük sıkıntılar yaşıyorum. Ama ilerleyen aşamalarda yazımı nasıl geliştirdim? Nasıl hata yapmadan yazmaya başladım? Ondan da bahsedeceğim ki bazı kelimeleri hala hatayla yazmaya devam ediyorum. Hatalı yani nasıl yazıldığını bilmiyorum açıkçası. Ne yalan söyleyeyim ama ondan bahsedeceğim. Onu da biraz geliştirdim kendi çapımda. Ama ne gramer, ne dil eğitimi vesaire kursta, okulda hiçbir yerde bunların eğitimini almadım. Ben sokakta öğrendim. Alaylıyım yani bir nevi. Şimdi Sally ile İngilizceyi konuşmaya devam edeceğiz. Bir önceki videomuzda Sally'den bahsetmiştik, kendinden bahsetti. Bakalım şimdiki videomuz neler diyecek bize. Hi Sal, again.
Hi.
How is it going?
Good.
Like I never see you, right? Anyway, we were talking about English, as you know, but you start learning before. I think this is your hobby, to learn stuff,
Yeah.
not just the languages.
I would say that's accurate.
Yeah.
I like
And
learning
I'm really
things.
impressed that you learn a lot, like everything. And I'm like, maybe like we should play a Splendor next video, right?
Yeah, right.
Anyway, while I'm playing with you, I'm just like, I know that you're better than me. Like,
Oh, I'm not. You
and
win most
listen,
of the time.
come on. Like when we play, I don't know what to do, right? I'm just getting this. And you're pretending like you don't know what to do, but you know exactly what you do.
I wouldn't call it pretending. I'm not always sure.
And you're always nice and kind because like you don't want to hurt feelings and stuff. Like
That's true.
I don't know. You let me win. Thank you so much. No, I'm not letting you win. I want to win. Why I should let you win? You're always saying, "Oh, thank you. You let me win. Otherwise, I'd never win." No, you're always winning. Like, come on, Sal. Like, come on. Anyway, okay. Let's talk about language again. Get back to work, right?
Okay.
Is that how you say?
Yes.
Let's get back to work.
Back to work.
Okay. So you mentioned something about English, like how hard to learn other languages.
Yes.
So what do you want to say about it?
Well, what occurs to me when we're talking about learning another language, especially as an adult, a second language, getting to know you has made me appreciate more and more just how difficult it must be to learn English as a second language. Of course, when you grow up with a language, you don't think of it as difficult, that your own particular language is difficult. But I'm seeing more and more how difficult English must be coming at it as an adult, trying to figure out, especially the pronunciations. Each of our vowels is pronounced oodles of different ways. It seems like when I think of all the different pronunciations just for the letter A, and from what I understand, and I know in Italian, the vowels only have one pronunciation. There's 5 vowels and 5 ways to pronounce, one for each, but which makes it a lot easier. And it's always all the letters are pronounced in Italian. But we have a lot of silent letters and,
That's right.
letters that are pronounced differently in different words. And it must be challenging. I'm a growing appreciation for that.
It's more than challenging.
Yeah.
Trust me, Sal. It's like when I was in the college or high school or middle school or wherever, I remember that. Like it's one of my hardest stuff to learn. How to pronounce that letter. A, B. But we are saying like A, B, J, D, E, F, G, I, like, but also like, let's say Turkish language, you're just like reading whatever letter pronunciation. There's not hidden letter.
Right.
There's no like different pronunciations or whatever. That's it. Like however you're seeing, let's say like there's a newspaper here, right? If I want to read this Turkish, Goldman, Barclays, Vie, For, Gm, Credit, Card.
Right.
Like this is Turkish, how you say like, but here C you should say like C, but this is card, like with a K. Come on, what's going on here? How can I memorize all of that?
Exactly.
But this is C,
that.
right?
Yeah.
But we are saying that J,
Yeah.
J like a J, like.
Right.
Okay, how you can deal with this?
Yeah.
What we are gonna do? And there's a lot of words that you're kind of like pronunciation same, but there's a lot of different meaning,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Like mean.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes, I know what you mean. Mean has a lot of different definitions too.
See?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like what?
Well, mean can be the meaning of a word, like what does this mean, as we're using it here. And mean can also mean average in statistics and mathematics. Mean
There
is
you
the average, and mean can be a nasty person, like a mean person can be nasty and unkind and
She's
cruel.
really mean.
Yeah. So, and there's probably more. So.
Do you mean it?
I mean it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Good.
So like there's, oh my god, okay, how can I understand which meaning that word mean? Like,
Yeah.
how can I say that? Like,
Context, you know.
right? Or how
it's being used in a sense.
where you're using it.
Yes. So in reference to this word mean, I even have a little story that we as a family like to remember and tell. We had a French foreign exchange student come stay in our home for a few weeks one summer. Our daughters were about 8 and 10 years old. And so before he came over, we exchanged some letters, you know, to introduce ourselves to each other. And of course, he wrote his letter in English.
Mm-hmm.
I was reading it out loud to my husband and our 2 daughters. And he was describing the town that he was from, Tours, France. And he said that he called it a mean town. That's the way he wrote it. He said, it's a mean town. So it seemed kind of funny to us. And I'm, you know, because my first thought anyway, was...
Everybody mean to him?
Yeah,
Or
well,
something like
when I hear the words mean town together, I picture a movie, like a dark movie.
Western movies?
No, what,
Everybody
the
has
film
got-
noir. Do you ever like film noirs with the gangsters and you know, criminals and things? And,
Probably we
and
have
it's
different
a
name
mean
on it.
town, people with guns and, you know, committing crime and just things like that. And of course, you know, that's not what he's meaning. It's not what he's getting at. So it's like, what does he mean by mean town? And our daughter Sarah figured it out pretty quickly. She said, oh, he means average. It's an average town. It's a typical, he's trying to say it's a typical town, an average town.
How did you figure it out?
Because in English, as we've mentioned, mean can also refer to, in statistics, as the average. The word mean is used to connote average in statistics. So
You mean on math, right?
in mathematics,
In
yes.
math.
Yeah.
Wow.
What he was really looking for was the word average. You know?
That's crazy.
Yeah, so...
Oh, wow. Like when I learned this language, to be honest, I came here first when I was at the college for the summertime. I stayed here for a couple months. It was really helped to me, like how to learn English and stuff. Well, anyway, I had a digital dictionary, right?
Right.
It's like a calculator. Like you're putting putting the letters and you put using the words, and then while I'm talking to people, let me see. Oh, I understand that. Like I was using dictionary a lot, but it was really helpful to me, right?
Of course.
But the thing is, I don't know which meaning that you're using for that word.
Right.
Let's say when I look at the dictionary, there's like a lot of different meaning, but I don't know. Like, come on. Maybe when I say that, might be not good to say it everywhere. Sometimes something, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's really hard to pick that, but then I figured it out when I started learning more this language. There's always example underneath the saying,
right.
you're using this and that means kinda close to this sentence.
Right.
Then I said, oh, right. There you go.
Yes.
But it takes a really long time to me get there.
Right.
Really hard. And I know it's hard. That's how I figured it out. Now, seriously, when I speak English, right? I just saying something even though I don't know what that means in Turkish.
Right.
I just saying right away, I say, what did I say? And you're saying sometimes you did say good.
That's
yeah,
right.
I understand.
That's
exactly what you have to say.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah, the way the brain works.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I was about to say.
Well, it reminds me of learning to ride a bike or play an instrument. When you're first learning, it's getting every chord, and then I suppose I'm not a musician, but you get to a place now where you can just strum without thinking about it, right? You just do it. And I think it's maybe similar,
You're probably never gonna forget when you learn.
Right.
You never forget how to ride a bike.
We actually have that expression. Have you heard that?
I know.
It's like riding a bike. You know, we use that expression to refer to that sort of thing, that once you learn how to do it, your body, you just know how to do it, you know,
There you
forever.
go.
And it's
I
like
love it.
riding a bike.
It's like riding a bike.
Yeah.
If you learn something,
Yes.
you're gonna remember for forever,
Yes.
kinda.
Yes.
If there's not really big issue or
Yeah.
whatever. Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It's like a riding a bike.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Başka bir şey
An
öğrendik bu
idiom,
arada.
right?
I love it though. Yeah, that's cool. It's like, yeah, driving car. It's like
Right.
riding a bike. When you learn something, maybe like, let's say, learn how to read Arabic letters.
Right.
I don't understand what it says though, because it's like literally totally different language.
Right.
And it was my choice, and I wanted to learn. Why not? And then I learned it. Right. I was
You
reading.
taught yourself, huh? Pretty much.
No, somebody helps me
Yeah,
about it.
uh-huh.
I find it like some teacher about it.
Right.
It was like not really in the school or anything
Right.
else. Like we are not learning in Turkey, by
Right.
the way. We totally have different language, different letters
Yeah.
and stuff. But I just like, why not? I want to learn.
Yeah.
And it takes like 2 weeks for me to learn that letters
Yes.
and alphabet and
Right.
reading. It's kind of fun, and I start practicing, and I start reading really fast, right? But for a while later, I just like kept not reading, okay? And then when I got back, I was like, let's say I was reading really fast, kind of, and then when I take a break for a couple months or a couple years, I was like, still it was.
Yes.
But I was like, still it was hard when he came home. Like I was reading like this fast,
Right.
but when I take a break, it was slowed down really.
You get rusty.
Yeah,
we call
and
it,
I
yeah.
forget some of the like letters and
Right.
rules and stuff
Right.
too. But you can get back really fast because you
Yes.
already learned that.
Right.
I
Correct.
think it's how the brain works. I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
When in French.
Yeah, it's an interesting book I read. As we're talking about language, this book came to mind, and it's about an American woman who marries a Frenchman, and I think their relationship pretty much takes place in English the whole time. He speaks English the whole time, for the most part. But she starts to learn more French and starts to have it occurs to her that the language you speak might have an influence on the type of person you are, or the way your brain operates, or the way you think. So I just thought that was a really interesting idea, and the book is very interesting. You know, how that does that make you different people because of the language you were raised with, or are you know, how much does the language influence, you know, who you are as a person and that sort of thing.
Where this
Yeah, it's
When in French came from?
it's by Lauren Collins. She titled it "When in French," which is sort of a take on an expression we have, when in Rome, do as the Romans. So,
When in Rome?
when in Rome, do as the Romans do, is what we say.
I love it.
So this is when in French. She changed it, but it would be, if she really used the expression, it would be when in France, right?
That's
When
really
in
cool.
France, do as the French people do. But what she's saying is when in French. So when you're in another language, she's talking about, you know, how does that affect how you think and who you are and how you look at life, maybe?
That's really good point, actually.
Yeah.
I totally think in different way right now. When I learn English, I'm totally different kind of person with that.
Interesting.
It's-
Really?
Yeah, I recognize right now.
Wow.
Because like, listen, okay. So when I learned this language, I was like translating myself in my mind and then in my brain, and then like find a like correct answer to like, and then bring it up. Like, let's say like, what's your name? What's my name? What he mean? Means he's asking my name. The Turkish, okay, my name is this. Okay, what is the English? Okay, my name is that. Okay, my name is Volkan. Like, it takes a time too. Right now, my brain works right away.
Yes.
Like, whenever you say something, I just like talking, and then
You
my
don't
brain find it. I don't have to think.
Translate it. You don't have to
I'm not
translate
translating it
Yeah,
at all.
Right.
And also, like, what I do, it's
Yeah.
like my lifestyle or my reaction, my things and decisions different right now.
Interesting.
It's like literally I have different Vulcan right now.
Wow.
That's crazy. But I love this.
Yeah.
That's one of my thing in my life. Whenever I go somewhere, let's say other countries,
Yeah.
I try to go exactly what they do,
Yeah.
what they eat,
Yes.
dance, listen.
Yeah.
Like
Their
I try to
courtesies.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like when I go to France, France, I was trying to like. Okay, of course, I'm visiting the like touristy places, right? But I also try to go back streets,
Yeah.
like go to towns and like go to laid back places, like where people really go.
Yes.
In Paris,
Yeah.
Paris or whatever, or Thailand, right?
Right.
I went like okay, Thailand, Bangkok, Phuket. Like people are like okay, they have a life over there. They have different kind of food, different feelings, different lifestyle. And I went some town. It's like really, I'm sorry, but I'm not really trying to be mean, but the ghetto town. It was like little tiny places they were staying together. A lot of people were staying and they're not really healthy and stuff. But I wanted to see that too. Because that way my vision go wider.
Yes.
I see more and more. Like I can think more. That's how I learn more stuff, to be honest, too.
Right.
But yes, when in Rome, I love that phrase. I didn't know that, by the way. How you say that?
When in Rome, do as the Romans do. Do like. Do
Wow.
as the Romans
When in
do.
Rome, do as the Romans do. Roma'dayken Romalılar gibi yaşa. I think that's what it is. That's amazing. All right. Thank you for your time. I appreciate you.
My pleasure.
And see you on next video.
Okay.
All right. İzlediğiniz için teşekkür ederim. Birçoğu altyazılı olacak. Kusura bakmayın. Yoracağım sizi ama belki öğrenmenize daha yardımcı olacak böylece. Takip ettiğiniz için teşekkür ederim. Desteklediğiniz için teşekkür ederim. Bu inanın bana çok güç veriyor. Kendinize iyi bakın. En kısa zamanda görüşmek üzere. Hoşça kalın. Bye bye.